Divante, you villain.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you might be. My name is Marva B. I am the CEO and founder of Blacklink Magazine. We are a global publication and we are in books of millions. We are saturated in New York City. We're so excited to have this interview tonight. We're going to allow our guest to introduce himself to you, to the world. Tell them who you are and what you do.
Hey, my name is Devontae Jones out of Augusta, Georgia. I am a professional boxer, just coming off the set of Creed 3 and also getting ready for the reality TV show Celebrity Making of a Champion Boxing.
And that's in Las Vegas, right?
Yes, ma'am, that's where the film is going to start. And also will be coming here as well.
Oh, wow. Listen, I first of all want to congratulate you on all your successes and all of your successes and for your consistency and your discipline for staying in this game to get to where you are today. Let's talk about you starting boxing at 7 years old. You were 7 years old when you jumped into this. At 7 years old, was that at that point, was it a serious thing then, or you were just getting into boxing because you love the sport?
I really got into it because actually I got in a fight on the bus and I wasn't going to tell my father about it. But then, the day before that, the guy, he kept messing with me, bullying me. I'm like, okay, why you messing with me? And then my father, he told me, okay, if you hit him, if he hit you, hit him back. And then next day, he started messing with me. He hit me. I hit him back. And so he started crying. I did not expect that. I was like, this big old boy crying from me. And then the bus driver fussing at me. And then I'm just looking around. I'm like, but he touched me first. What happened to all the other days he was messing with me? So I'm thinking like, okay, as long as the bus driver don't say nothing, I'm not gonna say nothing. But my dad was like, what's on your shirt? I looked down. There was a little bit of blood. I was gonna be like, I don't know. But then the little girl was like, he got in a fight on the bus,
Oh,
and he hit him and his nose started bleeding. So the first thing I'm thinking was whooping. But the surprise father asked me, do you want to start boxing? And then I said, yeah, yes, sir. And they said, okay, once you start, he'll never let me quit. So 24 years later, we still in this.
so it wasn't a forced thing that you had to start boxing. You made the choice that that's what you wanted to do, and you just stuck with it.
Yes, ma'am. And actually, boxing is a bent in my family because not only my father boxed, my great granddad boxed, my dad boxed, granddad boxed, great granddad boxed. I even had an uncle box. So we come from a four generation of boxing. I'm just been blessed to go the furthest in this sport.
Wow. So congratulations. As time progressed, at what point in this did you know that like I can do a lot of things here? Like I'm seeing you started to when is it that you started to see things happen for you as far as the sport and then thing opportunities that started coming your way?
I would say when I was 15, coming from the Junior Olympics, becoming, ranked number three in the country. You have to fight for the state, you have to fight for the regional, and then you fight for the national, with like a 5-day tournament. So you fight in other boxers all over the country. And then me becoming ranked number three in the whole country, that was just motivation where, okay, if I continue on this path, doing what I'm supposed to do, stay diligent to my craft, listening to my coach, then I can definitely take it further in the pros as well. So that's when I made up my mind to where I want to, continue doing this. And even as I got older, father was telling me that this box is not only going to be boxing, it's going to open many doors
Mhm.
just in the sport. Even after you're done, retire from the sport, just keep doing what you're doing. Stay diligent in your craft. Keep the Lord first in your life. Continue to rely on His grace, and you'll see it happen. And 20 some years later, it's manifesting. I'm seeing the results of this boxing and what it's doing for me, even now.
Right. That's amazing to see a young Black man that, found something that you can do that keeps you out of the streets, keep you from doing, making bad choices in your life. Even though there's some bad choices that we all make, but not out there doing, things that are, for me, you're an example for younger guys that come behind you that said that you can do and be anything that you want to be. And I saw that in your bio also that you were in tune to kids, and that, tell me about what your hope is for the kids, what you would like to do for them.
Well, I want to give them the opportunity that I had, that anything that you do, it don't have to be just in boxing. Anything that you want to set your mind to, whether you want to do another sport or even lawyer, doctor, you stay diligent in doing that. And the main thing is, don't let nobody tell you what you can do. It's up in here, and it's in here at the end of the day. So now, see, I work with kids at the Burke County Boxing Gym, where the county is not too much stuff to do in that county. So when people hear that there's a boxing gym in the county, they're surprised because they have lived there all their life, but would not know. So many kids come there just to box, or even just to have something to do. Some will just work out, some will want to box, and some will just want to, just play on the basketball court that's outside the gym. So sometimes I would just pick their brain where, okay, what you want to do when you get older, or are you making good grades in school? Hey, listen to your mom, listen to your parents, because they're
Wow.
right direction. So I feel like that's my job, so we can nurture and get ready for the next generation. Because I had them same teachings from my parents as well, and I'm just passing down to the next generation, so it can be a continuous thing.
Wow.
So nobody have to go through anything. I mean, we all go through a certain situations in life, but as far as keeping the positive expectation of good up here,
Right.
and there should be no reason for you to not follow your dreams or desires that you've been desiring for. I
Right.
don't know how. It will just depend what you decide that you want to be once you get to that certain age.
Wow. I want to say kudos to your parents because you are very well spoken, very respectful, and you are on the right track. And that's what we need, about a million more of you, to be an example in these kids' lives and change their thinking, change their mindsets, and walk before them as an example, showing them that we can do this. Even when things get hard, things get tough, we just hang in there. And me saying that, was there ever a time during this 24-year tenure in boxing that you ever wanted to quit or give up?
Oh yes, exactly. When things were not going my way, it's been plenty of times where it was unfair, or what did I do for them to treat me like this, to do this? It's been plenty of times, but as my mom said, you're gonna feel this way for a certain amount of time. But after that, you gotta keep it going. She called it a bee sting. It will sting for that moment, but after that, it's gonna be too much in you where you want to keep on going, in which I did, and it will be a turnaround just like that. So I'm just glad that I just kept the faith and kept the motivation to keep on going.
Yeah. So that means, like what you saying, yeah, I wanted to quit plenty of times, but you kept going. You had the support of your parents and people around you, positive people around you, to help you keep going. And so I feel like, that's a plus for the kids that are around you, because now that what was poured in you, you can pour it into kids, because there's a lot of kids that don't have a father figure or a big brother or support around them, that you could be that for them. And so kudos to you for doing that and giving back in that way.
Thank you. That's one of my ultimate goals too, is to be a role model for many children. I even inspire some adults, which is sometimes surprising me. It'll be older people to me. It was like, well, I'm supposed to be looking up to you, but if you're, proud of me and looking up to me, then I'm definitely must be doing something right.
Yeah, your mother and father should be so proud of you. Congratulations on that. So let's turn the corner here, and let's talk about Creed 3. Like, listen, this is huge. This is a big deal. Creed 3, starring the Michael B. Jordan. How
Mhm.
did you get connected? What was it like to get the phone call? Like, Take us through that.
It was really a blessing in disguise because I was just in the gym working out, and my friend, she is a model slash actress in Atlanta. She texted me and said that, hey, they're doing casting calls for boxers around the area who would like to be in this movie. I'm like, okay, when is the deadline? Literally the next day. So I'm like, oh boy. So yeah, I just did it by faith. I put my info in. We prayed about it, and that night it was just so funny because I was in the bathroom, and then I come back out. I got a missed call from a weird number, and I'm like, okay, who is this? And then I see the recording that they're just saying, okay, we're getting back with you with your info as far as being on Creed 3. Say you have been accepted. Just we'll email you, accept the invite, and then we'll continue from there. And then so
Wow.
everybody in the house excited, and then
Yeah.
put it on Facebook. Literally, it blowed up in about two minutes. Everybody
Yeah.
asked, "Yeah, it haven't came out yet."
Right.
I'm just
3/3/23.
yes, ma'am.
So let me ask you. So you just submitted information, right? Did you not have to go down and audition? And if you did, what kind of auditioning did you have to do? Or did they just say we want him?
No auditions at all. They just asked for a picture. They asked for your background in boxing. So I just put in those, and then a couple of hours later, I get the call.
God, that's a God thing. He answers prayers. And I believe with this story that you told me, like God has a plan for our lives. And so it was just like you were supposed to, it was meant for you to get that role, in that movie. So again, another congratulations is due to you for that. Can you talk about, and the movie's not out, so we can't say too much, but can you talk about your experience filming? Is it anything that you can talk about without giving things away? Like, was it hard? Like, did you have to work out extra hard? Any of that stuff? And have you met Michael?
Well, I can say that it was fun. Long days and long nights, but I had fun the whole time I was on set. And then of course I did speak with him here and there. But of course, he's in a mode where he's,
Yeah.
filming for his partner. Of course, you don't want to be a distraction to him, but every time he might say speak, he was a very, very cool guy, very genuine, very humble. He'll ask anybody if they need anything, ask you if you're good, and then if you kind of struggling with your part, he'll give you some pointers on what to do. So it was a pretty nice guy.
That is so good. I'm glad that you got to have that experience. And so by you being in Crete, you never know what's next, what God has next for you. So we wish you nothing but the best and all the success in the world. Let's talk about the reality show. Like, who knew there was going to be a boxing reality show, right? So let's talk about, I don't know how much you can say, but just how did that Creed experience get you that, or that was already something in the making? How did that work?
Well, it came to us anonymously, which I call it God given. One of our close friends, he is a boxing trainer as well. He just randomly sent the info as far as same thing, signing up, give you your info, and hopefully you get the call back. And then we prayed before we did it, put the info in, and then sent it out. And then we didn't expect it because it probably came about a month later. I'm at the gym. I get a random phone call once again. I don't recognize the
Uh-huh.
it's a bill collector. So of course I'm answering in my mean voice like, who is this? I'm like, this is Mr. Cosmo for the celebrity making the champion. I straighten up real quick. I was like, oh
Yes,
hey,
sir. How are you?
tell me tell me that I've been selected, and we would like to Zoom calls to continue the next step and get ready to fly out to Vegas and the filming and the recording. And I was like, okay, I think you appreciate that. So I hung up with him real quick. I called my dad, that he was just as surprised as well. And then of course we told the guy who sent us the info. He was like, "Really?" I was like, "You got selected?" I said, "I put in about 10 of my fighters, and none of them got selected." So that was just by the grace of God that it
You know
came at
it.
the
You
right
know
time.
it. Yeah, Lee. So that's amazing. And so I want to go back to Creed. Did they shoot in Georgia? Did you film in Georgia the entire time?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. But of course, it was just for that selected time. They go all over for
Yeah,
different cities,
right.
weather and all that. So it was probably a little bit and then a little bit somewhere else.
So are you still filming for the reality show or have you wrapped on that?
Oh yes, man. We're still getting ready, still getting audio, still getting pictures, videos, getting ready to fly out to Vegas pretty soon. I say probably about next month or so.
Okay. What is your biggest dream? Like, what do you ultimately want to be, say, where do you ultimately want to be, say, in the next 5 years, 3 to 5 years? Like, what is the biggest dream that you have that you you can accomplish?
Well, first thing first, a world championship, and then probably by that time I'll be retired. So my desire is to open up my own gym where the gym I work at, just expand on it. Cause like I said, there's not many in the county that I stay in. There's not much to do. So if I can put more in there for actually people who want to do something or even serious about fitness, boxing, I want to expand on that gym. Even my fiance, who I just proposed to a few months ago, I know a few years ago, I asked her, like, what is your ultimate dream? Her dream was to open up a elderly facility to take care of the elderly. So that's my desire too. Once winning this competition with that million, I want to help her with her goals too. We'll both be doing public service. Her helping the elderly and me helping with kids and adults in fitness. And then that's my desire.
Well, I'm going to put you on my prayer list and I'm going to pray for that with you. I'll stand in agreement with you that you win and that you get that your desires are met because you're such a good person that I know of, that I can tell from now right now, and the things that we see and the things I read about, and what's most important is our kids. The kids are our future, and you're willing to pour into them to keep them, to save. If you could save one child, by doing what you do, then you've done your part, right? So again, congratulations. And you just need to thank God for your parents every day, because they did you well. They did you well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So go ahead and tell the world how they can reach you on all social media sites.
Let me see. You can reach me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter at Divante Enigma. It is Divanteenigma. Of course, that just for my social media. I'm still Devontae the Dominator Jones. I just put it like that so people can find me easier.
Okay. Well, we got it. So so you guys, we're going to just say it again. DivanteEnigma.
Yes, ma'am. That's it.
That's it. See, I got that right too.
That's all.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us. We will be following you on all your social media sites. We will be rooting for you, and we just wish you nothing but the best. So, you guys, we're going to go for now. But remember, respect yourself, respect each other. God bless.